Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to jump straight into it and firstly start with my brows. I'm taking the Hourglass Dark Brunette eyebrow pencil and just filling in my eyebrows, and then I'll be moving on to concealer just to carve them out and clean it up a little bit. So I'll be taking the NARS Creamy Concealer. I believe I'm in the color Vanilla, and I'm just going to apply that straight underneath the brow and using a fluffy brush just to really press that in and blend that out under the eye. And then I will go ahead next and use the translucent setting powder by Kat Von D just to really press that all in place. So the reason why we do set it in place is just so we have a very smooth canvas to work with for our eyeshadows. So I'm just taking a flat fluffy brush just with a very small amount of powder, and I'm just going to quickly dust that over before I move on to the next step. So the next step is taking the color So Bougie from the Chocolate Gold Palette by Too Faced, and I'm just going to apply that just above the crease area just to act as our transition shade. Now moving on, I'll be going ahead back in that palette and taking Cocoa Truffle just on a flat angled brush, and I'm just going to apply this just solely in the hollow of the crease just to really create that depth and definition. Then I will take a fluffy brush and just blend that out as well, just so that way it blends in seamlessly into that transition shade we used earlier. The next step, I'm going back in with the NARS concealer, and I'm just going to apply that with a flat shader brush just onto the mobile lid just to clean that area up before we move on to the next shade. So make sure you do press that down, just starting really from the lower lash line and gradually building it up into the crease area. And then I'll be taking the color Classy and Sassy, just also directly using that brush and just applying it down using patting motions just to really build up that color. Now the other trick, guys, that I do use as well just to really make that eyeshadow more pigmented, because it is the main feature of the eye look, I take the Glam Glow Glow Setter and just quickly mist that over the flat shader brush, and then I go back into Classy and Sassy just using patting motions, and then I press that down over the eyeshadow. It just really makes it really pigmented and gives it that extra pop of color, and then just quickly buff that out as well just so there's no harsh lines. Now moving on to the next step, just with a fluffy brush, I'm mixing the two colors together, the Decadent and Cocoa Truffle, and I'm just applying that on the outer corner of my eye, and then I'll go ahead and buff that out and blend it through as well, and that's just to create that more of a definition. And then I'll be taking the color Rolling in Dough and just applying that onto the brow bone area just to really clean that area up as well. And the next step, guys, from here is I'm taking the Stila liquid eyeliner, and I'm just going to quickly apply a winged liner off camera, and I will be right back, and then we can start with skincare. So I've cleaned up the under eye fallout, and I'm just applying the oils to my face just to really hydrate it, because it is a bridal look, so you want your makeup to be very glowy and dewy and last all day. I'm then taking the Hourglass Fill Primer, and just with my fingertips I'm just going to massage that into the skin before I apply the Maybelline Strobing Liquid Highlighter. And the great thing about this, guys, is it really just allows for your skin to look very glowy and dewy, and you can see it through your foundation. So once that's all done, I'm going to move on to the Dark Circle Corrector by NYX. I'm just going to apply this under my eyes and around my smile lines near my mouth, and then I'll be moving on to the next step, which is foundation. So I've taken the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced, and I'm just going to apply a very small amount on the back of my hand and use a sponge just to really buff that through into the skin and just evenly distribute it all over the face before we move on to concealer. So I'm taking the Age Rewind concealer, and I just want to apply this under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose and on my chin area, and then just once again use patting motions and press that down, and then I will set the under eye area and the areas that I have concealed with the Kat Von D translucent powder again. So once that's all set, guys, for about 5 minutes, I'm just going to quickly dust that off and then go in next with the Studio Fix Setting Powder by MAC. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face just to quickly mattify that and give it that soft, smooth finish. Once that's done, I'll go ahead and apply my bronzer. Now this is the Give Me Sun, also by MAC Cosmetics. I've taken a flat kabuki brush and I'm just applying that onto the hollows of my cheek, around my temples and around my neck area, and then I'm just going to buff that in and blend it out evenly before I move on to the blush. Now the blush I am using is by NARS. This is Orgasm. I'm just applying that onto the apples of my cheek and just slowly buffing it back towards my ear.
I got my angel now. It's like I've been awakened.
Now next step guys is I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes, and I'm going to apply a very thin coat of mascara. I'm using the BADgal Bang Mascara by Benefits, and then I will go ahead and mist the setting spray all over my face and apply the highlighter. Now the highlighter that I am using is Soft and Gentle by MAC. I'm applying this onto the high points of my face, around my temples, on my cupid's bow, and also on my nose as well. And then I'm just going to blend that all through. So I'm just taking my Chi Chi eyeliner. This is more of a browny bronzy kind of eyeliner. So I'm just going to apply that into my waterline, and I'm just going to quickly buff out that eyeshadow before I move on to the next step. Now the next step here is I'm taking the NYX lip liner. I will list it down below this shade. I'm just going to quickly line my lips before I move on to the Too Faced liquid lipstick as well. Now this one I will also list the shade down below too. I'm just going to quickly fill in the lips, and then I am going to move on to lower lash line mascara. So I'm taking IT Cosmetics Tight Line Mascara. This is perfect guys to get into those very tight areas under your eye. I'm just going to go ahead and apply that guys, and that's basically the finished look. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a lovely bridal look that you can wear, and if you guys have any questions or any requests or review, please leave it in the comment box down below. But thank you guys for all your support, and until next time, thank you for watching.